Hi guys, what's up? It's the one and only African superstar back at it again. Today I want to talk about I've always felt like an alien in the Western world. The other day I was having a conversation with my significant other and we were talking about my favorite dish, which is called banku, okay? And he was telling me how since we've started dating, for instance, he eats banku way more because I eat banku a lot and we'll go out together and take it and things like that. And so we're having this interesting conversation and he was saying to me, he's like, yo, you really fit in here in Ghana. You really blend in. You really like, it's wild because it's literally like, this is your home. And I explained to him, I gave this analogy. I said, imagine you as an African man were born in China and you lived in China. And all around you, you saw Chinese, and every now and then you saw other Africans, because obviously we know Africans are worldwide travelers. So, grew up there, went to school there. For all intents and purposes, it's your home because it's where you come from. It's where you're born. And, you're always feeling foreign. You're always feeling different. You always feel like you don't belong. And this is something that a lot of, Black Westerners deal with because of our environment. We're always made to feel like second-class citizens. We're always made to feel like we don't belong there. And we deal with a lot of racism. The racism starts when we're young. And for some of us, it's an indication that we do not belong there. So I said to him, morning, how are you? I said to him, yeah, so you grow up in China and you're always feeling like it's not your home, right? And then suddenly, one day, you decide to come to Africa, right? And suddenly, you're in an environment where everybody looks like you. And you even see some innate parts of your identity coming out, Like, for instance, I'm a very colorful person. I love bright colors, I felt like in some settings in the Western world, I was always promoted to be conservative, tone down your clothes, wear darker clothes. You can't really be expressive with your hair, especially in the corporate world. You are just made to compress and suppress a lot of those things. For instance, when I dress up here in Ghana, I get so many compliments. When I wear my kente cloth, everybody's like, oh my God, it's so incredibly beautiful. Versus in the Western world, where are you going? Or jealousy because, other people feel intimidated by our beauty or our expression of hair and clothes, right? The first time I came to Ghana, I actually had this traditional African dress I was wearing, right? And depicted on the dress was a lady pounding fufu, right? So I had actually never seen that done in America. I know people probably do it in America, but I never saw a lady, anyone pounding fufu before I moved to Ghana. And on my very first trip, I was actually wearing that dress when I looked over to my left and I saw a lady pounding fufu by the roadside. And to me, again, it was just confirmation, like, there are parts of you may not understand the origins of some of your behavior or things like that. I'm a very community-oriented person. I always felt like alienated in the Western world because I wasn't having the community that I loved. I always loved warm weather. I always loved a lot of things that are indigenous or originate here in Ghana. And so I felt like an alien there. I feel at home here. And it really shows on my day to day. And, so we had that topic just last night and I decided to share it with the channel. Whereas some Black people struggle in Africa because they are more aligned with their Western ways. In my case, I always felt like an alien. I always felt like I did not belong there. And when I started coming back to Africa, I felt like, yeah, this is me. This is where I belong. And because home is supposed to be a supportive place and a loving place and a place where you blossom, you know, I see that being added to me in many, many different ways. My African superstar brand, me becoming a musician, me becoming an ambassador and a resource to people, another testament that I'm at home. That's where I'm meant to be. 100%. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you feel like an alien? Do you feel like you don't belong? Have you always felt that way? Please let me know. You're definitely not alone. Until we meet again, stay black and true. If you ain't black, just stay true.